I'm Brandy Unruh with On Location with Brandy Unruh and Remax Momentum. I am here today with the phenomenally brilliant Clara Capano, who is a world-renowned speaker, business coach, and best-selling author. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. I sound so important. Thank you.
You're like the first celebrity I've had.
Hold all autographs till the end, please.
I love it. So we are here today to talk about something that I think we all don't understand, and that is self-care.
Very much so.
It's a big deal.
It is.
So before we get started on that wonderful path, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, thank you so much again for having me. As you mentioned, I am a best-selling author. I am getting ready to launch my own TV show. I am a trainer, speaker, and I'm a business coach. And my primary focus is on helping women in business be able to be more purposeful in growing their business and also not losing sight of their own life along the way.
Well, I know that in the world of being a busy mom or a busy entrepreneur or just a busy woman in general, self-care is kind of the name of the game these days, but people like myself, we spend a lot of time believing self-care as this one specific entity, you know, whether it's getting your hair done and getting a pedicure or getting a massage. And I'm finding that that actually is not what the epitome of self-care is at all. Tell me a little bit about what your definition of self-care actually is.
And I'm so glad we're talking about this because I think especially this year, everything has gotten so disheveled.
Right.
And I think you make a really good point. You know, self-care is just what it says. It's taking care of yourself, whatever that means.
Right.
Yes, it can be getting your hair done or getting a massage or a pedicure, but it could also be going for a walk, playing golf, go for a horseback ride if you like horses, go shopping. It's whatever it is that makes you feel good. It's about filling up your own internal tank. And the other thing is the term self-care has somehow become synonymous with selfish and pampering, and there's a lot of guilt around it. And what we have to do is we have to change our mindset, and that's really what I work with people on, is changing their mindset that self-care is not selfish. It's actually selfless, because the only way to truly show up and serve others is if you take care of yourself first.
That makes perfect sense, and I realize so many times in our life if we had been taking better self-care, especially in our early 20s in some cases, we probably would have been able to show up better for those around us and be a better version of ourselves, which is super important.
Right. And that's really the name of the game, is just, again, if you are the best version of yourself for you, it trickles on to others.
What are some common symptoms of someone who is not properly giving themselves self-care?
Yeah, I think that's really good because we need to start looking for the warning signs.
Yes.
So in no particular order, you're going to be grumpy. And, when we are not taking care of ourselves, we tend to snap at other people, and we just are what I call a little crispy on the edges. We're just not showing up. So look to see if you're grumpy. Another thing is I would look to see if your memory is not there, because again, our brain doesn't work as well when it's taxed. So if you're forgetting the little things. If you're talking with someone and then you're sort of like, I don't even remember what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
It's that idea almost of the zombie driving,
yes.
When you're doing that.
Really on auto drive.
Mm-hmm. I think also when you are feeling blue, sleep and depression go hand in hand. So if you're feeling a little bit blue, a little bit depressed, that could be it. And then when I think it comes to work is making mistakes, but simple mistakes, because that you should be doing. It's because you're moving too fast, and again, you're just not firing on all cylinders that you need to be able to have. So it's those simple mistakes. So I think really looking for those. And I think just in general, you're just not happy. You aren't enjoying the little things. Everything seems like a chore, and everything seems like a have to rather than a want to. I think that's also a case that you need to call a timeout, and you need to build in some time for joy.
It's really interesting because I have recently been out of the area in a magical place, but sometimes traveling, the return, can make me all of those things. I'm not in my flow, I'm not in my normal dynamic, and I can be crispy, maybe a little extra crispy. There's too many sensations going on at once, so I feel very irritable. I'm not doing my normal things, so I'm not enjoying the everyday. And it's so interesting because you can be fine, and then not fine. And if you don't get back on track, you just keep heading down that path of not fine.
Yeah, it's so true. And every year I take a trip with my sisters, and oftentimes we'll go maybe to Europe or someplace, and we'll go for about a week.
Big deal.
And they know at about day 4, I need some self-care time.
Yes.
Because it's lots of traveling, and I love my sisters, but they know that if I'm just go, I'm going to be crispy. And so they know at about day 4, I'm gonna go home and take a nap for a few hours, I'll meet you for dinner. And it's just understood, because I've just learned that I need to look for those warning signs, because if I keep pushing through, I'm not gonna be present, and I'm not gonna enjoy it, and no one's gonna enjoy me.
And it takes longer to get back to the uncrispy version. Crispy is good for bacon, but that's about it. So my next question for you, I know a lot of us are really concerned with the upcoming weather change and our current dynamic that we have going on. What are some things that we can do ahead of the game to prevent getting into the cycle of being grumpy and not taking care of ourselves and depression, essentially?
You know, it all comes down to time blocking, and you have to make self-care a priority. And it goes back to the idea that it's not selfish, and we need to let go of the guilt that comes with it. It has to be a priority. You have to just plan it. You have to say whatever it is. I need to go for a walk. I need to do a workout, even if it's in the home doing the workout. I need to go to yoga. I need to watch a movie. Whatever it is for you, if you do not plan time for your life, you will not have a life. And so
or at least not one you like.
Or at least not one you like. And so part of it is you have to make it a priority. So the only way to prepare is to plan ahead of time and carve out that time. It doesn't have to be an entire day. Like I said, it could be 15 minutes between appointments to just say, I'm gonna take a lunch break. You know, even if it's sitting in front of your computer, whatever it is.
30 minutes of anything does wonders. I know I've been doing a lot of 30-minute workouts at home because I cannot get an hour out of my day, and man, it really does make a difference.
Yeah, so what I try to teach a lot of my clients, and you know this, is to plan your week before it starts. And part of planning, before we plan our business life, we actually plan our life, and we carve out time for all of these things that are important to make them a priority.
Isn't it funny how every topic just segues right back into the business planning one, which is definitely one that we will be discussing in the very near future. It's my favorite topic too. I talk about it with everyone. They don't always like it.
I love it. You can talk with me all day long.
So I would love to hear, you just had a book that you wrote as a collective release, and I know you have another one coming out not that far behind it. Tell me a little bit about those.
It's been very busy in Clara Town. Yeah. So my book, Women Who Boss Up, just landed a few weeks ago, and it is a collaborative of me and 15 other women sharing our stories of success, of overcoming challenges and pushing through, and what it means to boss up. And we just decided, so I haven't even had a chance to tell you, we are gonna be doing a free summit in the middle of November, and we're all gonna be speaking and sharing our stories, and it's gonna be free registration, so we'll be sending that out.
How fun. I'll make sure that everybody that's watching will be able to get that link.
See that, and then I have my television show, the Working Women's Channel, getting ready to launch, where it's gonna be, again, stories of women overcoming challenges and just sharing the real stories of success and how we take care of ourselves. And then my new book will be a guidebook for the working mom, and that'll probably be coming out next spring.
That's really awesome. Yeah. That is so many wonderful things at once.
It is.
Clara Town is busy. What is one final takeaway for our viewers today?
Make it a priority to take care of yourself. You know, you are worth it. You are worthy of making sure that you are taking care of yourself. And it goes back to the old saying on the airplane, you got to put your own oxygen on first before you can do it for someone else.
That's a good way to put it. Everyone hears that and they don't really get it until you're in the boat and you're not really taking care of yourself and you're expected to take care of so many others.
So again, self-care is not selfish. It is actually paramount. If you want to live the life you want to live, if you want to give all you can give, if you want to be the best mother, wife, friend, business owner, whatever it is, if you want to be the best, you've got to be able to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to give.
And knowing what that means for you.
Yes.
Because it isn't always the same, and it isn't the same every day. Well, I am so grateful that you joined me today. I cannot wait for our next one. Think in December.
Sounds good to me.
I'm Brandy Unruh with On Location with Brandy Unruh and Remax Momentum. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.